Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to your Fast Track to 7 a.m. here on the Valley today. I'm Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Alex Larson. New for you this morning, a 59-year-old Warroad man dead after a crash in Roseau County yesterday. State Patrol says that crash happened at the intersection of Roseau County Road 12 and 530th Avenue just after 6 p.m. That's when a semi and a straight truck crashed.
The driver of the straight truck, identified only as a 59-year-old man from Warroad, killed in that crash. The driver of the semi and his 11-year-old passenger are said to have suffered non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to a local hospital for treatment.
More information on the man killed in that crash is expected to be released later this morning. And 2 people are hurt after a crash in Marshall County last night.
State Patrol says a pickup truck and an SUV collided shortly after 8 p.m. at the intersection of Highway 59 and 220th Street. That's about 6.5 miles northwest of Thief River Falls, to put it in perspective. The driver of the SUV and 2 of his passengers not injured.
One child passenger of the SUV and the 81-year-old driver of the pickup suffered non-life-threatening injuries and were taken to a local hospital for treatment.
Happening today, Amir Logan due in court for a preliminary hearing. Logan arrested and booked into the Cass County Jail for felony murder, but formal murder charges still have not been filed.
Logan is only charged with 2 counts of unlawful possession of a firearm. So the Fargo Police Department said on June 24th, Logan shot Zion Brooks in the face, killing him. They even took the unexpected step of holding a news conference portraying Brooks as a victim of a senseless tragedy.
But again, he was never charged in the death. We will have a team in the courtroom later this morning. Be sure to stay tuned for updates both on air and online. Well, a big day yesterday. Voters in Minnesota deciding on who will be on the ballot this November.
Yeah, the Valley Today's Tatum Miller live in studio this morning, breaking it all down. Good morning, Tatum.
Good morning, ladies. That's right. We have a lot to go over, so bear with me. Last night, a couple of key races were quite close as results were pouring in, but all those races have since been called. Firstly, let's look at the House of Representatives, District 7, which encompasses Clay County and pretty much the entire western border of the state. Incumbent Representative Michelle Fischbach faced the first serious challenge of her tenure, but she was able to come out on top. With 99% of the vote in, the seat has been called for Fischbach, who beat our Steve Boyd by a margin of about 65 to 35%. Boyd's campaign was strong enough that the Minnesota GOP could not endorse either one of them, forcing this primary. Fischbach won the seat in 2020 and then ran unopposed in 2022, but this time around she even put out advertisements touting her endorsement from former President Trump. Turning our attention to the U.S. Senate race for the state of Minnesota, incumbent Democrat Amy Klobuchar has locked down the nomination for her party, which comes as no surprise. The intrigue is who will represent the Republicans, and the race has now been called for former NBA player Royce White. The second-place vote-getter was retired Navy Commander Joe Frazier, but White was able to secure the lead with the backing of the Minnesota GOP. One other race that's been getting national attention is for U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar's seat. She got a primary challenge from former Minneapolis City Council member Don Samuels. Omar was able to pull off the win with the 56% of the vote to Samuels' 42%. Now, Alex, Ashlyn, that was a lot to go over, but viewers can get a closer look at the results on valleynewslive.com.
Thank you, Tatum, for that live look in studio this morning.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you, Tatum.
And you at home can get a closer look at these races as well as many others in yesterday's Minnesota primaries. Just use your VNL News app.
Download and use it for free. Just search VNL News in the App Store today. It is 6:54 a.m. here and some rain.
Morning.
Yeah, rain headed our way for some of us. For more on what's coming your way, let's send things on over to meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, so much rain that we've got some alerts for you here. A flood watch is taking effect this morning, lasting all the way until 10 o'clock tonight for a few of our counties in the west. It includes Stutsman County, the Foster County area, the Carrington area, and back over into Wells County over toward Harvey. And then beyond from there, Bismarck yesterday got up to 6 inches of rain with torrential downpours that happened with some very slow moving storms. And we do have that possibility shifting into the valley today. So that's something we're watching watching closely for. And eastern North Dakota may be kind of the area that sees that potential. So again, that watch is in effect for today in those communities, but other parts of the valley will see some rain and some heavy rain at that too. So here's a wider view of our radar. You can see some spotty showers have been moving through. We've had some making their way through Fargo. A couple of thunder showers have been trying to get going up by Rugby, up toward places like Rolette County. So you may see some more of that going on this morning in that location. We'll be watching that, but it's to the south. You see northeastern South Dakota, this line of showers and thunder showers that are lifting their way northward. A little thunderstorm going on right around Aberdeen right now. So this is approaching the Dickey County line in North Dakota, and eventually the whole state line area will be experiencing this rain as it lifts in. And if it slows down, we will potentially see some areas of heavy rain going on there. And what's concerning is you know, when you get a heavy rainfall rate up to 2 inches per hour, that could lead to the rain overwhelming our storm sewer systems. That leads to the urban flooding, flash flooding going on. So something to watch out for today. Fargo, we've got the wind picking up a little bit. You can see our camera shaking just a little bit. We've had rain showers move through. We've got some drops on our camera right now. We're at 68 degrees. It's 60s throughout much of the valley, and we'll have varying conditions. If you're up by Bedette, up by Lake of the Woods, you might not see much rain at all today. It's going to be a slow moving system, and it's going to take its time moving from southwest to northeast. But for Fargo, getting that chance for some rain continuing into the afternoon and evening, a high of about 77. There'll be some spots that are kind of stuck in the 60s today where the rain and clouds take over earlier, but everybody gets to bask in some sunshine heading into the weekend. It's going to be a lot better, back into the 80s. But today, lasting through tomorrow and even into Friday morning, there are parts of the valley who could be seeing some showers with this one slow moving system.
Yeah, good day to keep that weather app handy for where you are, huh?
Yeah, you can keep an eye on the radar, get any alerts that might be issued. Important too for anybody who needs to be traveling today. Want to keep an eye on if there's any roads that get water covered. Never want to try to drive through those.
Great
Got
reminder.
that. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Well, problems facing Fargo-Moorhead's homeless community could soon be getting worse.
Churches United, serving the Fargo-Moorhead area, says they are at risk of halting operations altogether. The organization has been providing shelter and food and hope, importantly, they say, for those in need since 1987. But we learned yesterday Pastor Sue Kesterman has stepped down as CEO. And the incumbent now says they need to raise $61,000 by noon today, and that's just to pay staff.
And another $140,000 by the end of the month just to keep operations running.
It's easy to look back and say different decisions could have been made, but here's the thing. Every month our team here had made sure that our shelter could operate, that our staff was being paid, that our guests were being taken care of. And at the bottom line, if they were guilty of anything, it was guilty of compassion.
If you would like to help out, we do have links posted to this story on our free VNL News app. The FM Redhawks hosting a DUI enforcement all-star night.
Yeah, the big event recognizing the efforts of law enforcement officers for keeping roadways safe from drunk drivers. Over the last 5 years, there have been an average of 38 alcohol-related traffic deaths and under 400 alcohol-related injuries each year.
There were 5,591 DUIs in the state of North Dakota in 2023. Fargo police officer Josh Marlowe thinks those types of numbers can be prevented.
Of drinking and driving, especially in this day and age with the, you have Lyft, Uber, tons of cab companies. I think a lot of it's just, proper planning prior to going out.
Vision Zero does want to remind you that you should always find a sober ride home.
We want to remind you this morning, too, of our VNL Cares campaign. This quarter, we are so excited to announce that we are partnering with Make-A-Wish North Dakota.
You can help with the donation to Make-A-Wish by scanning that QR code we've got pulled up on your screen right now. You can also head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com. We've got a link to do so on our homepage.
So this is all to help Make-A-Wish create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. All right, check this out. Sanford Health celebrating the birth of baby Gavin Card.
Oh.
Hi, Gav. This is Sanford's 20,000th delivery. Wow, since the 2017 opening of Sanford Medical Center, the Family Birth Center has on average welcomed 8 babies a day.
Sanford says on their busiest day ever, they saw the arrival of 17 newborns, and in their busiest month, they celebrated the birth of 301 babies. Wow. 2019, Sanford reached their annual peak of deliveries at 2,900. Wow, that's a lot of babies.
Yeah, congratulations. I love that. Well, the Today Show and CBS Morning's just about to start. In the meantime, thank you so much for waking up and joining us here. I'm Ashlyn Hill.
I'm Alex Larson.